everybody, and welcome back to the Sheila Wiggains Show, where we talk about the everyday life of the wonderful artist, Miss Sheila Wiggains. Hi, Miss Sheila, how you do?
Girl, I'm fine, ready to go.
That's good. How's the weather treating you? You survived Ida and
Oh,
everybody. Ida, Nicholas, I think there was another
we
one.
still have weather going as I talk to you right now. I don't know if that was interfering with our out because it's pouring outside. It's terrible out there.
Oh dear.
So I don't know if that was affecting what we were doing here, but the weather isn't great. It's pouring down as we talk.
Oh wow.
That's the
Okay.
kind of weather we're having. Okay.
As long as you're safe, that's all that
Yes, I'm
matters.
in my room talking to you at my desk. So this is good. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So the last time we spoke, we talked about Christmas, and then you came up to see the squirrels, and
Oh,
it was your first experience with snow in America, and it was a lot of fun for you. So what else happened after that?
lots of fun for me. And then I went back home and then I came back up and I wanted to go to school in New York to do computers.
Okay.
That was my next stop. You know, Jamaica didn't have that advancements because that's down in the 70s. So we were nowhere there where New York people are in the computer world. I got to enroll in one of the schools my mother said, and I came up and she went with me, get me enrolled in CPU in New York at 42nd and Broad. That's where I
Hmm.
went. And but of course I have to learn all these things. I have to learn how to take the bus from Passaic to New York. I had to know how to get off the bus. I had to know how to get the train, the E train, the shuttle. Maybe you know about that. Over to 42nd and get off and walk across the school. So there's a lot to learn for someone from the island. That,
And I will say that in New Jersey, the transportation system isn't as easy as it is in New York City or New York, as a matter of fact. It's a little more detailed. It's different because New Jersey's more suburbia as opposed to New York, where yeah, the buses don't really come as frequently as they do in New York. Because I used to live in New York, so I know the difference. It was a huge difference. And when I came here with my mom, it was a real, how could I say, culture shock. It threw her off. Yeah, it took her off her game. And it intimidated me in the beginning as well. And it's still a little tricky because in New Jersey now, they didn't have it back when you were here, like the light rail, and I'm not sure if they had the PATH train at the time when you were around, but they always come up with new and different things, and they actually want to add more railways here in New Jersey. So I can just imagine how difficult it must have been for you coming to this country and having to learn all of these things all at once in order to get to your dreams.
Oh, girl, it was something. I mean, I'm so glad that you touch on that, and so you know what a little person coming from an island that don't have all these things that you got to learn. She walked me first. I had to get a student visa, of course, to go to school, and she had to take care of all that, and she did, and then I had to learn my way now how to get to class. So she had to take a day and she said, okay, we're going to walk you through this. So we take the bus. She showed me get off at Port Authority. Then she showed me you take the E train or I think they had the E or the D train to get over to 42nd and Broad. And I had to know all that. Then I had to know how to come back to Port Authority. And so she showed me how to come back to Port Authority. At the time, it was Franklin Bank that was up there. So I used Franklin Bank, big sign here in at Port Authority to tell me that I'm in that area. So I know how to get back to Passaic, New Jersey, because the bus goes all the way to Paterson, New Jersey. So it's a good ride. And you really have to have your head screwed on real tight for a person from the island. You better learn fast, read fast, learn fast, and move fast. It's two things you had to, all those you had to learn. But the school was a good computer school. And we had students from all over the world that came to class there. So I met quite a few different students that were in my class from I had students from Netherlands, I have students from Brazil, I had students from Nigeria, and all these. There was a real mixed classroom, with all different students, but we learned from each other. The thing is, mom taught me, when you get out of class, move fast, don't walk slow. Walk fast. And she showed me, this is how you do it. When you're going for the bus and you're going for the sun, you walk with the crowd. Walk with the crowd. When they're walking and hustling, you hustling too. And so
Mm.
I learned all that to keep up and never be left to be in the back alone. So because everybody moves so fast. Then I had to learn about the tokens to get through. You know where that is. They call that round thing with the token. What you call
It's a
that?
token. Yeah, token.
And then I had to learn what, oh, the rain is tumbling down here. Girl, you should see it streaming down on the windows.
Mhm.
So I had to learn that. And Port Authority, when I get there, I have to know which ramp the bus goes on to go back to Paterson, New Jersey. So, because when you take that bus, it goes right through the Lincoln Tunnel, then it goes through all those towns there, Rutherford, New Jersey, the Meadowlands, where that stadium in Giant Stadium at the time. And it goes right through all those towns. And then it come right into Passaic. And then from Passaic, it goes on to Paterson, New Jersey. So you really have to know where and how to get around and how to move. So I noticed the third ramp was where that bus was, and it stays up there until the people have to know what time to get on, and all that. So the best part about this trip is that I stop and get one of those pretzel. Well, that blew me away. The pretzel was as bigger than my face. And I'm like, it's like a giant pretzel, and I'm going, you can imagine my shock. I mean, I'm looking at it, all this, and I mean it. But I was glad I took it. I said, okay, I suppose I can munch on this on the bus. Meanwhile, the bus is driving, I can munch on it, and that's what I did. But the courses I did at CPU was the console. You had to learn the key punch. I don't know, more people know it's more advanced now.
Mhm.
Learn about the key punch, so you had to know that's the console. No, you'd have the key punch first, then you'd have the console, then you have to know how to program. So you had to learn all of that. But I learned a lot by just the key punch. I realized all those little squares in the card had information, and that was very important. You had to, when you punch, you have to punch in the information right. If not, the stuff will come out wrong, giving wrong information. So it was a lot to learn, but I mastered it. And learning to get back and forward was a trip because we drive on the left hand side, you guys drive on the right hand side of the road, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so
Mhm.
that was I know that's something. So this day I was going to class and I have to catch the bus. This is Passaic now, and I have to catch the bus to that bus is in Paterson, New Jersey, New York. So you need that bus. So I went and I'm waiting for the bus. Well, coming from an island, I'm not thinking of all the rules in driving. When I saw the bus and I'm waving down the bus keep going. I'm on the wrong side of the road.
Oh Lord.
You drive on the right hand side, we drive on the left hand side. And the folks that were out there say, you're on the wrong side. You need to cross over and get on the other side.
Mm-mm.
There goes my bus. So you know what that mean? I'm going to get to class real late, but I have to turn up. I'm a student. Remember, I'm on that student visa. So I may have to show up myself at class, whether I'm late or not. So I went and I said, oh, I felt so terrible that day. I mean, now I gotta wait, for the next bus, which if it's going all the way to New York and the other one leave at a certain, it was just very hard to really swallow. But I said you'll have to learn the hard way, so I did. Of course, I will never do that again. But I went to class and I came back and I realized the pace here in America from Ireland, people don't realize when you come from an island, you're not moving fast like here in America, especially New York. Everybody moves fast. So I noticed how they walk fast. I pull myself out of the and just stand in a corner just to see for myself, to take it in. And I noticed how they move fast, very fast. And I said, oh, so this is how it's done. So with the class, was a good class. We did the console, the concept, and the programming, and the key punch. I graduated. I finished all my class, and then I had to find a job. Now, from an island to a busy, busy New York, America, the great city. And the jobs that were being offered, they were like over in New Brunswick. You know where that is?
Oh, yeah, that's far. Hmm.
Okay. Oh, now picture little me coming from an island, or you come and when you finish your course and you get your diploma, now look where you're looking to get a job. Those were the jobs that were offered at the time. And I said to myself, the time I get on this train and go all the way over to New Brunswick, I'm just coming back in time to go back to work again. Yeah, yeah, I figured that out. I said that I'm looking at all the timing of the trains and the buses no, you can't do that. So now I got to think differently. I said, this not going to work for me, yes, but maybe down later, but not right now, because that's where all the jobs were. Well, of course, the foreign people, they went back to their country, and they can pick up jobs there and stuff like that. But for me, I had to look something else. So I decided, well, what is next? Nursing. Okay. What about taking care of people at home? So I'm telling mom, and she said, yeah, but you got to go to school to be certified. There we go again.
Hmm.
So there was this girl, her name was Vivian Marshall, and she said, oh, she's thinking the same thing. I think she had gotten out of school, turned graduated, and trying to make a decision which way to go. And we decided, okay, we will go to nursing school and learn to be a home health aide just for a start and see where it goes. Okay. She had a car. Her father she had a second-hand car what her father gave her. And but it get to everywhere you want. Don't look at it. And she said, we are going to go to this school and fill out an application and get in, put in. So she said, you know where this place is? I'm sure you do know more than me. Parsippany.
Hmm.
Where is that? Way out, right?
Yeah, that's a little far too. That's west. Yeah.
Everything. I'm just showing you
New
what you're.
Jersey is a huge state. Yeah.
Parsippany, of course. This is a drive from Passaic to Parsippany. Well, we managed to get there. We managed to fill out the applications and do everything that they want us. And they set up us for class and how much it's got. So there was where mom came into it because she's responsible for me because I'm a student. Vivian Martian and I, we go to class there and we took the course and we finished the whole thing. No, we got to look a job. Back to the
Mm.
same thing again. So in nursing, but they had good hospitals right in that area where we were. So they had Passaic General Hospital. They had Beth Israel Hospital, which is a Jewish hospital, and they had St. Joseph Hospital, which was a Catholic hospital. So we had three hospitals we can really put our we were really in the mean. This was good. So we said let's try Beth Israel.
Yeah, but I have a question though, and I'm sure there are a couple of other fans who may ask you the same thing. Your heart was in music. Why all of a sudden you decided you wanted to go into computers and then you went into healthcare?
We didn't have anybody there to tell me. I don't know anybody in the music world.
Mm.
Nobody that I could hook on to at the time to say, where do I go from here? I would like to get into this. There was no Winifred didn't have my mom worked all the time and she wasn't in into that to tell me, well, this is she couldn't give me information because she was more focused in nursing and stuff like that. So there was nobody around. And I look around, there was nobody around to give me. I'll have to search. And that's why I said, okay, we're not going to sit and twiddle my thumb. So what I did to get my foot in the door, she goes to church in Paterson, New Jersey. Okay, so this. I'm going to go to church because when you go to church, you meet people now that can help you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the good part about it, on the bus that I was taking every time, I keep seeing the same driver all the time. The same driver driving the bus to Paterson, New Jersey, from New York to Paterson. And finally, he get to know me that I take this bus all the time. So he started talking to me and he said, "You're from Jamaica?" And I said, "Yes." And he started talking and I realized he was connected to my mom. His wife was connected to my mom. Is a cousin, like a cousin again. Okay, and so he said, "I'm going to invite you to church. I'll come and pick up you and mom." And I start going to Paterson, New Jersey, to church on a Sunday, and I get to meet the cousin. I get to meet more people, and now I'm making people that sing. And I meet my cousin. She plays the piano. Oh yeah. So now I'm getting into the music world now. And she said, "Okay, she's a great musician." And she starts saying, "Okay, chair." She get to know me and she called me chair. And we used to start practicing, like singing in the choir, and doing solo part. And I'm start getting the stepping stone of the music, but still is not where I want to go. But I said, well, this is all is dear. Let me do the best I can with gospel. And that's how I started out singing in the church for the cantata, for Christmas. Yes. We would put on the Christmas pageant, that kind of way. And I really start getting involved, and start really getting, not knowing too many people, because the people that came over from New York, they come to church over there. They came, they're like family, and they would come and attend church. And these girls would go up and sing too, and I get to talk with them. But they were advancing their own way in the singing world because they had their tracks to what they have people to program for them so that they could sing these songs. For me, I had no one. I went to the store that sell gospel music and see if I could find someone in there. And I found this lady. She was from Nashville. She started giving little pointers here and pointers there. And I realized this is still not going to get me to where I want to. So I start shopping around, and the next thing I know, I look up in it say Oxford Studio, Passaic, New Jersey, Oxford Studio. I said, I'm going to go there and see who is in this, for voice training. Yeah, voice training. So I went in there and I met Bernadette. She's the head of the Oxford Studio for piano and voice training and everything. And she realized that, yes, I need help. I said, I don't know how good I am. I'm from Jamaica, and I sing gospel back home in Jamaica, but I don't know for this side of the fence. And she looked at me and she said, first thing, you're going to need black music, black gospel music. You need to go back to the store that you went to, look out for these black gospel music, and she'd give me the pointers. And I did just what she tell me to do. And then I came back to her studio and she said, okay, you're going to learn. I said, you know something? Just tell me, let me sing something and just tell me where I need the help most. And she said, stand before this mirror. and and I stand before the mirror. She said, go sing this first. She walk around the room. She went on the piano and she gave me a key, A, B, or whatever I sing in. And she said, sing it. And I used to walk around and listen to me sing from the black gospel music. And after a couple of times, she come and she said, okay, let me show you how to stand. How to stand and face your audience, how to da 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 da. And I remember she said to me, you see the gangs that operate out there in the streets? And of course, I don't know about the gangs, I only hear about them. She said, when you get up on that stage to sing, you go and dominate where you are standing on that stage, and don't be a statue of liberty. So I realized she meant business here. She said, I want you to dominate that stage. I want you to say, this is it. This is me. Don't stand there. Move around on that stage. Look to the left and look to the right, and And she started giving me all the pointers, man. She said, that's how I want you to operate when you get up on that stage. Confidence you must have. No play, no joke. So I was really impressed, you know. And then I start doing all the things. I would come to work, come early for vocal training, and should say, "You sound like a frog this morning." But I realize you're not doing right. I said, why am I so hoarse when I come? She said, I'm going to tell you what to do. When you get out of bed, everything that is in your bedroom, if you see the TV, sing to the TV. If you see a chair over there, stand and sing to the chair. If you see and she just start telling me, man, and she just telling me how to loosen up your vocals. I start doing all what this lady tell me to do.
Mhm.
And I realize after I do all that, she say, but it's not much I can do with you. After she get on that big grand baby, she have one of those big, beautiful piano, and she's great. She got masters in music, so she's way up there, masters and all that goes in the music world. She got it, and she said to me, "You have a gift. There's a lot of folks that come here for vocal training, but you have a gift." And you have to use that gift, Sheila Wiggains. I said, okay. She said, you're going to go, you're going to sing your gospel music, you're going to do, and you're going to keep on doing. After we finish this course, I'm going to turn you over to the studio, which is Unity Gain Studio. They can help you from there on. And I think that's when the lyric writer, those people and stuff like that. Well, of course, I go there. I don't have anything. So I go to a musician that they referred to. His name was Computer Paul. I went to him and I said, I need to write a song. No, I brought a song. He said, no, you're not going to do that. You're going to write your own song. And I said, okay. He said, but you know something, Sheila? I'm going to Jamaica. I'm leaving for Jamaica tomorrow. So you're on your own. You're going to have to write that song yourself. Write your own song. I said, oh my goodness, I've never done this. He said, start right now. I'm leaving, okay? And he took off for Jamaica and Iron Man hanging. I said, okay, Sheila, write your song. So I start writing. I don't know if it need another verse, but I continue writing. And then my spirit say, you know something? If you don't know what you're doing, you better go back to the studio there. So I went back to the studio and I said to them, do you have a lyric writer I can talk with? Because I'd like to show him this song and I don't know if it need another verse or I never write a song before and I need to know. So they went on their phone and they called Robert Lloyd. That was his name. And Robert Lloyd came and he looked at the song and he said, look it through. And he said, Sheila, God gave you this song as it is. Leave it. Do not subtract and do not take away. Leave it as is. And that was it. Now Sheila still don't get anywhere yet, right? Now she got to find the music people to help her with this.
Right. And that's how we'll
So
end off the next time we talk.
yeah, so the
Yeah.
next time we'll pick up where the music people came in. And the first song was written. They're going to love this. The first song was written that I wrote myself.
So, with
Yeah.
that being said, we will wish you all adieu and to be safe and dry out there. Take care, America, and
Ooh.
I will see you later, Miss Sheila. Bye, everybody.
Yes, and thank you, my dear Mitch, for really helping here and pointing the way. And God bless all who go to this podcast. We'll continue to keep on watching. God bless. Bye bye.